Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we rejoin the action in quarter. Number 2. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Panthers. Hey, pick your game up.
Newton on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Check 43. Check.
From the red zone now, Newton. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Corey Littleton in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do our season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now a first down throw. Stafford. This complete to Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Stafford. He gets it to Thomas. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack on first down, Stafford, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
11 yards and a Panther first down. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, and they have gone to the half with the Raiders in control of that one. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Newton now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with Pumphrey. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys have now moved out in front. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Once more, here's Eckler. Wiggles free. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Stafford now to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Galladay's got it. And the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Luke Kuechly able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Stafford. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Let him know.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Brian Burns in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss because that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. to throw again. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. To throw is Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Brian Burns, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. They're down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
On 2nd and goal, Newton under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Under pressure, they got him again. Brian Burns in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Stafford, and Thomas has it.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
It's complete to the tight end, Clay. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Stafford now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again at Stafford. Man open right side. It's the tight end, Clay. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Watch the screen.
On 4th down, Stafford. And it is incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get...
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Demario Davis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
20.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Newton. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Newton. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. 15 yards on the play, first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's Newton. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who
Yeah.
had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Stafford on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. The Lions on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.